Okay, let's go to London and speak to Ashur Shamis, who's a Libyan journalist and a political activist. Ashur, thank you so much for your time. Does this to you appear to be more of a man-made disaster because of mismanagement and neglect rather than a climate crisis event?
Absolutely right. It's a catastrophe that has been um, increased manifold by the fact that the water came down. But without the water coming down, the state was the city of Derna, one of the most beautiful cities on the southern Mediterranean, was you know was waiting for a catastrophe like this. Um, and it was under unofficial siege by the government. It was neglected by all governments since 2010, and it has been, in the background of life in Libya, which is terrible. And then this happens at the worst time ever for Darna, for Libya, and for the region as a whole. So I think it is because of the political problems that Libya is suffering, and Darna is suffering in particular. This has happened like this. Otherwise, if these dams, water dams and the bridges and so on, if they were properly maintained, looked after, uh, worked at, and improved and developed into something much more substantial, this would never, well, it will happen, but the result would not be such catastrophic results.
Are Libya's political problems going to hamper relief and aid efforts in terms of who would be in charge of those efforts? The administration in the East or the internationally recognized government in the West?
Well, this is one of the problems. The government in the East has no power whatsoever. The power is in the hands of some military pin pot organizations run by Khalifa Haftar and other people who has no idea how to deal with this type of circumstances. The government in the West, of course, it can claim so many things, but it's so far away and so cut off the East part of Libya that it can't do very much. Whatever, how many millions they say they have put aside for this, or how many um, uh, relief work or relief activities have been for this type of thing, their effect is very, very little. The ministers, so-called, they are not ministers. They are not ministers who have administrations and who have areas they work at, and they complement each other. They are individuals there to occupy seats and to improve their own lot rather than serve the people. The governments that are existing in Libya are no governments. They do not represent the people. They do not serve the people at all. And it's a country without leadership, without direction. It's a failed state, and this tragedy has exposed that weakness, and it will be exposed for many years to come.
Ashur, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Ashur Shamis speaking to us from London. Take care.
Yeah, thank you.